Ooh. Junpei and Seven had finally arrived at the church, exhausted and out of breath. As their long struggle to catch their breath, their eyes frantically scanned the room.
Where are they?
I don't see them.
You think they already went through?
He reached up to wipe a palm full of sweat from his brow.
Maybe.
Even as he spoke, Junpei was already on his way to the larger of the number 9 doors.
Let's check the red.
The display panel read, "Vacant." He spun around and headed to the smaller door. This read would tell him if Ace and Lotus had moved to another room.
Engaged. It's occupied.
That means Ace and Lotus went through here.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Junpei and Seven stepped away from the door. They retreated to the center of the room and began to talk.
What do we do now?
Yeah, what should we do? Well, the big door is still vacant, but...
The two of us can't do anything with it.
Yeah, not even counting how our digital route isn't 9.
Just then, as they were pondering what to do next, there was a noise. A noise like someone hitting a thick wooden panel.
What's that sound?
Junpei looked up, surprised. Seven followed suit, his eyes jumping around the room, looking for the source of the sound.
It's coming from over there.
It wasn't long before they found the altar. Or more precisely, what was on it.
The coffin.
Yeah.
Let's open it.
How?
By force!
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Well, you never know till you try, right? The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Who said that?
I forget. Anyway, we've got to try.
Junpei and Seven leapt at the coffin. They grabbed hold of what purchase they could find and pulled. Neither of them see the fucking pin pad on the side, no?
Damn it!
See? Didn't I tell you? If you could just pull it open, why would it have something like that?
Seven pointed at a keypad on the side of the coffin.
Right. So unless I put in the right passcode, it's not gonna open.
The noise hadn't stopped. In fact, as it continued, it had only gotten louder and more forceful. What were they supposed to do, Junpei wondered.
Was there some sort of clue somewhere?
They stood there for a few moments, staring at the coffin. And then Seven spoke.
Hey, Junpei. I remember you mumbling about some weird numbers over by the bathroom in the first-class cabin. You got those numbers by solving the secret message Clover was holding, right? Truth had gone. Something like that.
Choose your fate. Watch the show, or watch the show. Thank you.
Rhaenyra Zero rated your channel with 13 viewers.
Rhaenyra, welcome in! How are you? Oh my god, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. Suddenly RV, hello. Pleasure to see you. Final Profit, a shop RPG. That sounds fun. Did you do a capitalism? Did you defeat God by doing a capitalism? That sounds a bit too on the nose, doesn't it? Well, we became the lords of capitalism. Ah. It's like one of my favorite lines from Animal Crossing, the new game, New Horizons, where like the hippie dog, when he gets his own island, Marv, is that his name? And it's like when you start building up his little resort, he gets like a vending machine, he gets like an ATM machine. He's like, now you can do a capitalism. I'm just like, yeah, that's a good line. That is a good line. But I'm doing okay. I don't know how much of the game we have left. We are barreling down into this ending. Stuff got dramatic. There's been a revolver, there's been the schoolgirl is dead. There's been so much happening. There's just been so much going on. There was a safe that wasn't relevant at the start of the game, has come back to be something crazy in a big way, and yeah, it's just been kind of it's been a roller coaster, and I don't know how I'm just like, is it gonna stop? Is it? No, we just keep going up and up and down and down. We just, just woof, go up, and right down for something new, and then it goes loop-de-loops, and it's been insane. So I'm having a good time with this. I'm having a good time with it. And to anyone who's come in with the raid who doesn't know who I am, first of all, rude. Second of all, my name is Ami Báirseach. Just Ami is fine. And yeah, I am a Irish Cyber Dragon VTuber. We do a lot of different things over here. We do JRPGs, we do visual novels, we do action adventure games. We do a little bit of everything. Gacha games on occasion, movie watch-alongs. We try and do a little bit of everything. So if visual novels aren't your cup of tea, like the one we're playing here, I'm sure if you would like to hit that follow button. We are aiming for a goal of 999 followers because we're playing 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. That is the goal because it would be fun, right? The game all about the number 9, and we hit. I tried to do a 9 with my fingers. That didn't quite work. Yeah. So like we do a bit of everything. I hope there's something for everyone here. But you are welcome to sit down, see where this is gonna go. We've come across a coffin. There's someone trapped in it. We're gonna put a code into the coffin and see if we can rescue them. We think it's the guy who we thought exploded 6 hours ago. So hopefully, crossing fingers, it is that person. But if you need to go get a snack, or you need to stretch or hydrate or whatever you gotta do, go look after your self-care. Take your meds. Yes, you in the back. I see you. I know you haven't taken your meds yet. You go take your meds and then come back. We'll still be here. I love those little emotes. Is that popcorn chicken? Oh man, or just popcorn. Either way, that looks tasty. Just popcorn. Nice. Popcorn's good though. Popcorn's good though. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. What about it?
Well, maybe that number's the passcode for this thing too.
Come on, that's impossible. Those numbers were the code to unlock that safe.
Yeah, but the person who set up that safe in this coffin is the same person, right? Zero set up both of these.
Yeah, probably.
Well, then they might have set the same passcode for both of them.
That's ridiculous.
Why don't you just try it? I mean, it's not like you'll make things any worse.
It'd just be a waste of time. There's no way they're the same number.
Junpei, what did you just say about 1,000 failures and the willingness to succeed?
How do you know that? You never know until you try. The only necessity for success is the willingness to suffer 1,000 failures.
Thank you, Seven.
Who said that?
You.
Fine.
He knelt down in front of the keypad and looked at it. Perhaps because he'd repeated them so many times before, the numbers came easily to Junpei's mind.
1438 3421.
Quickly, he typed them in. He checked that he'd entered the right numbers, took a deep breath, and pressed the enter button. It only took a moment.
What? You gotta be kidding me.
There was a click. And with a heavy clunk, the lid of the coffin slid off, onto the floor. Someone sat up from inside.
Snake!
Snake! Snake!
You? Why?
Ah, those voices. Junpei and Seven, unless I'm mistaken.
Yay!
Where are the others? Are they elsewhere?
Of course, there was no reason Snake would have known anything about where anyone else would be. Christ, how do we tell him his sister's dead? How do we tell him his sister's dead? Junpei and Seven looked at one another. There was a great deal he needed to know, but... Also, what's with the robes? They had to tell him something, however, so they began to talk. Snake explained to them how he came to be locked in the coffin. Apparently, he'd been hit with some sort of knockout gas, and Junpei and Seven explained what had happened to the rest of them. Cow with Arms! Welcome in! Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing?
I see. I believe I got the gist of everything. Have I been sufficiently caught up?
No. There was one thing that they kept from him. There was one thing, however, that neither Seven nor Junpei could bring themselves to say. That Ace had killed Clover. Astral, I think giving you that emote was a bad idea now in hindsight. They feared that if Snake knew, he might well go insane.
Yeah.
They decided as much by a look. They decided as much by a look the moment Snake had climbed out of the coffin.
But that still doesn't explain why you were trapped in here.
We've still got no clue about Zero's true identity, let alone why the hell he's doing all this. Why did he put Guy X in Snake's clothes? Is all this stuff somehow related to that Nonary game that was played 9 years ago?
Hey, Snake, do you know anything?
Junpei put the question to Snake. His answer was less than illuminating.
What are you talking about? I apologize, but I have no idea what you're saying.
It seemed as though Snake was, perhaps, not being entirely honest. But that knowledge did Junpei and Seven little good.
Oh, come on, just tell us if you know.
I don't know what to tell you. How can I know something I don't?
So were you part of the Nonary Game 9 years ago? No matter how many times they asked, he insisted that he knew nothing. It was becoming clear that Snake wouldn't give in, and every second they spent asking him was a second wasted.
This is bad. We're running out of time.
We need to go after Ace.
However, they stood in silence, the overpowering atmosphere of the chapel almost stifling. Junpei, Seven, and Snake simply stood, at a loss for what they should do next.
What do we do now?
He glanced over at Snake's wrist. Sure enough, he could see the 2 on the bracelet on Snake's wrist.
The 3 of us can't make a digital root of 9.
Hey, Blunter, welcome in.
Yeah, we just get 5.
We're stuck here then.
Oh, hey, I just remembered something.
Seven began patting his pockets, as if he were checking to see if any of them held anything.
What?
He's got Clover's bracelet.
What is it?
I found something earlier.
What did you find?
This.
He finally found the pocket he wanted, and his hand dove into it. I have this problem too, Meg will tell you. I forget what pocket things are in. I have far too many inventory slots, and I kind of forget where I put things. Seven pulled out something round and metal. A bracelet. There was no mistaking the number glowing at them from the face like a cartoon eye. 0?
0. Zero's bracelet.
What did you say? Are you saying that 7 has the number 0 bracelet?
It still doesn't help though. Digital root of 0. Adding 0 to the numbers still gives us only a digital root of 5.
Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Snake's question was innocent enough, but if he learned the truth, if he'd been able to see, he would have noticed 7 look away.
Clover gave it to me.
She did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did she come by it?
Well, she found it. See, on the other side of door 1, A deck, in the captain's quarters. She asked me to hold on to it because it was too big and bulky for her to be lugging around.
It's only a bracelet. She could have just... That cardigan can hold a lot. We've seen in the other ending, that cardigan holds a guy's hand, for crying out loud.
He's lying.
Junpei could tell right away that 7 wasn't telling the truth.
He even told us earlier.
I haven't actually looked at it yet. Didn't want to disturb the crime scene, you know? Basic stuff. Well, I did borrow one thing.
He probably said that.
I thought it was the
so
number
he doesn't find
4
out about
bracelet
Clover.
he borrowed, because... what? Currently in the room we have 0, 5, 7, and 2. 2, right, and we already know that... Because they just said it, the 3 bracelets that matter here, 5, 7, and 2, give a digital root of 5. But if you add the dead Clover's 4 to that 5, you get 9. And 9 would let them go through the other door. So I thought he was going to pull out Clover's bracelet, but... 0? That's a wrinkle.
All right, Junpei. Been nice knowing you.
Wait, what?
Oh, 7 and 2 and 0 equals an... Oh, great, he's just gonna take... Okay, we're gonna leave Junpei behind. Okay, that I didn't consider.
Come on, man, I'm just kidding. Still, just in case, I want to make sure the 0 bracelet gets picked up by the red. Snake, give me a hand, alright?
Without waiting for a response, he started walking toward the door. Junpei and Snake followed him, quietly. Before long, they found themselves in front of the larger of the two doors. 7 and Snake put their palms on the red. Once they'd done that, 7 put the number 0 bracelet on the scanner panel as well. Also, we'll say that is a very good-looking prosthetic arm. A third asterisk appeared on the screen. 7 plus 2 plus 0 equals 9. Now they just needed to pull the lever and the door would open.
Huh? Why isn't it opening?
What?
Well, the third asterisk lit up, so it must have registered the 0 bracelet.
It's not 0, it's O. Oh, as in, oh god, what is O in hexadecimal?
Maybe it isn't actually 0.
Huh?
What?
That bracelet may not actually produce the number 0 when scanned. That is what I'm saying. Why don't we try a few different combinations? Perhaps we can determine what number that bracelet actually contains.
Oh, got it!
Like, if F is 15, GHIJKLMNO. Add another 9 to 15, which is 24. It's a 6. Because you still have to break that down for digital root, so that bracelet is a 6. Oh. Very interesting. Very interesting. They decided to use the following combination. Right, so what would give a 9? I guess the 4 of them is the most ambitious option. No. If I'm right and that bracelet is a 6, having all 4 of them is 11, which is a digital root of 2. So that's no good. So oh god, why? It's not quick maths. Oh. Junpei and 7. Junpei 7 and the bracelet.
Let's try me, 7, and the bracelet.
Yeah, 5 and 7 is 12, which is 1 and 2, which is 3. If the bracelet's a 6, that means 3 and 6 is 9.
If this combination works, then the number for this bracelet is 6.
They scanned in their bracelets. Hell yeah! Kinda quick maths.
It opened.
Yes, so it would seem.
Seven clearly hadn't thought their experimentation would produce anything useful, and looked rather confused. Snake was, as usual, calm and smug. The door slid closed. Junpei's forehead furrowed as he thought,
That means the bracelet is actually 6.
I know how we're getting through, I remember now. Hello. It's actually pretty inspired, I won't spoil. 5 plus 7 is 6, which 5 plus 7 plus 6 is 18, 1 plus 8 is 9.
But how is that possible? The display on the bracelet clearly shows a 0.
Suddenly, from somewhere far beneath them, they heard the creak and groan of tearing metal. With it came the sound of water pouring into parts of the ship that had, until recently, been dry.
Oh man, that's not good. I guess our time's just about up, huh?
At any rate, we know now that the door can be opened. Let's go!
But, Snake, are you sure?
Yeah. You know that only Junpei and I can go through this way.
You needn't worry. I have a solution to this problem. My last resort. But if now is not the time for last resorts, then when?
Last?
Resort?
Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Or something. Junpei, Seven, and Snake ran full tilt down a long straight hallway. Wait a minute. No, it just didn't tell us what he did. Okay. They were headed for the stern of the ship. Had no time for distractions. As they ran, Seven spoke.
Gotta admit, you really surprised me there, kid. I couldn't figure out how the hell you were gonna get out of that one. How come you didn't do that right off the bat?
As I told you, it was a last resort. Had I used it at the beginning of the game, I would have come under a great deal of suspicion. I imagine that most people would have taken it to mean that I was 0. Once they'd convinced themselves of that, I wasn't optimistic about my chances of making it out of here alive, let alone unscathed. I felt it best to play my cards close to the chest, as it were. That way, if I were in a situation where there was nothing else I could do, I'd have a little trick up my sleeve. I'd just take my bracelet off.
Snake's plan had been simple but effective. He'd simply removed his bracelet. How? To Junpei, it looked as though Snake had simply crushed the bones of his hand until they were small enough to fit through the wristband. Of course, that would have been practically impossible. So, how had he done it?
My brother's left arm is, it's not like a normal person's arm.
Take it away, Clover.
It's fake. It's not a real arm.
Snake had slid the bracelet off and tossed it into the coffin.
I know this is kind of a weird thing to say, but I'm glad that's a fake arm.
Don't have to be afraid of the door if you don't got a bracelet.
You are correct.
He'd walked through the door easily, without authenticating. He stepped out the other side, unscathed, and began running down the hall alongside Seven and Junpei. They kept running for a while longer, and eventually came upon a set of stairs leading downward, on the right side of the hallway. They stopped and peered down the staircase.
I think these stairs connect to the bottom deck.
Doesn't look like it's underwater.
They nodded quickly to one another and jogged down the stairs. It only took a few minutes to make their way to the bottom deck. There was a single hallway in front of them, at the end of which was a single door.
Let's go through that door.
Junpei threw it open. Inside was a massive iron gate. A plate was affixed to the top. It read, Incinerator.
Incinerator?
Well, not Incineroar.
Oh my. That doesn't sound very pleasant. Do you see a lever near the gate, perhaps?
Yeah, right over here.
How did you know that?
Well, I'd be happy to regale you with the story. I imagine it should only take half a day or so.
Junpei grumbled, gave Snake a dirty look, and jogged over to the lever.
If you pull it, the door ought to open.
Got it.
He pulled the lever down. Pull the lever, Kronk! With the rumble of an ancient motor, the door opened. There was no need to hold back, and no time to hesitate. They pushed their way inside. Standing in front of them were Ace and Lotus. Ace still held the revolver in his hand, and it was still pressed hard against Lotus's temple. A small dark bruise had begun to form near the tip. Even from several yards away, Junpei could see that Lotus was shaking. She was terrified. But perhaps more interesting was what Junpei saw behind them. 9. Another number 9 door.
What? Why? Why is there another one?
The door stopped Junpei in his tracks. It simply shouldn't have been there. As his brain finally began to consider why, the whine of a warning klaxon filled the air, drowning out any thought.
Warning. Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in...
Astral! Behave!
9 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Hey, Rasburl. Poor Lotus, probably the person with the least reason to be caught up in this.
Oh my, how exciting. You've run quite a show here, Zero.
Terrifying smile twisted Ace's face.
What's the matter? Too frightened to understand? Here, let me explain.
It's said that the incineration system is about to activate. In 9 minutes, this room will be engulfed in flame.
Who are you?
You don't recognize me? I'm hurt. It's me, Snake.
Snake? Oh yes, you are alive. I'm afraid your bizarre style had me confused. I'm quite glad to see that you're alive.
Ace's voice didn't change. Snake ground his teeth.
If you don't mind my asking, How did you get here? Snake, Junpei, 7. The three of you couldn't have opened a door with a knife. Did you use Clover's bracelet, perhaps?
Ooh, there it is.
What?
Yeah, see, this is why I thought 7 was gonna pull out the 4 bracelet. I wasn't expecting an O. Something I always said to my last boyfriend, but you know. Two plus 5 plus 7 plus 4 is 18. 1 plus 8 is 9.
Ah, well, your reaction suggests that you did not.
Hold on. Why did you think we'd have Clover's bracelet?
But Rasburl, I do agree. Lotus is probably the person with the least reason to be involved in all of this. But, she's a fun character, so we're happy that she's here. Junpei felt his chest tighten.
Oh, they haven't told you?
Told me what?
Clearly not. Normally I would take some time and enjoy the moment. But I'm afraid my time is at a premium just now.
He really is, like, he really is just a mustache-twirling villain, right? Normally I would take my time and enjoy the moment, but look at him! He's just a mustache-twirling villain.
I'll have to make this quick. Clover.
Don't do it, Ace! Keep your goddamn mouth shut!
Clover.
I said stop it! Don't listen to him, Snake.
Junpei could feel his voice going hoarse, but Snake didn't listen to him.
What happened to Clover?
Ace looked at him. The corner of his mouth curled into the hook of a cruel smile.
Clover died.
The color left Snake's face. He shook his head weakly.
No, that's not true. That's impossible.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
It's a lie. It has to be a lie.
Oh, it's quite true, I can assure you of that. I killed her myself, you see.
What?
Oh, his eyes are open.
I'm sorry, did I stutter? I killed her.
Snake's face twisted into a mask of rage, mottled red rising to dot his pale skin. His entire body shook. He looked to Junpei, disturbingly like a demon.
I would have rather she died with less suffering. A bullet in her brain, perhaps, would have been ideal. Unfortunately, that would have made quite a bit of noise. Circumstances being what they were, I was forced to settle for the knife. The one the ninth man had, you remember. I believe I caught her just below the shoulder blade. I was rather lucky, in fact. My first thrust went right between her ribs. Her flesh was so soft.
Ugh. Ace, don't make it creepy.
My knife slid in so easily. There was no resistance.
Ugh.
That feeling was... I confess, I feel rather excited. It is a powerful memory.
Ugh.
Someday, perhaps, I hope I can feel it again.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
I'm going to kill you.
Snake's words were a guttural growl, barely audible.
What was that?
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Ah, so you're going to kill me. Please do. Come now. I'm waiting.
Don't do it! Don't listen to him, Snake!
Stop it, kid. He's screwing with your head.
Is there a problem? What are you waiting for, boy? Don't you want me to send you to join your sister?
Don't! The Snake!
Don't do it!
But Snake could no longer hear them. Snake could no longer hear anything. See? Remember what I was saying earlier in the flashback about when Seven was screaming for everybody? That's what I was looking for. Snake moved like a bolt of lightning. His scream echoed through the incineration chamber, full of rage and despair. No, wrong series, wrong series.
Snake! Snake!
Snake! Another scream filled the room. It was Lotus. She ran across the room toward Junpei, her eyes wide with terror.
Lotus! Hurry! This way!
Snake's ill-fated attack had loosened Ace's grip on her, and she made her run for it. She reached Seven and Junpei and ducked behind them.
Incineration will begin in 5 minutes.
Give me the woman.
He raised the gun.
I need her. Without her bracelet, I will be unable to open this door.
1 + 8 = 9. Yeah.
Quickly now! I don't have time for your shenanigans.
In the center of the room, Snake's body lay eerily still. Oh, big sneeze. He looked like a human larva, prone and vulnerable on the floor.
I see. Then it would seem I have no choice. The rest of you must die as well. Fortunately, I have 5 bullets left. 1 for Junpei, another for Lotus, and the last 3 for that lump of idiotic man you call Seven. I will take Lotus's body with me and leave this room.
Why the body? Her bracelet will just fall off, you weirdo.
Incineration will begin in
Oh. Ooh.
4 minutes.
Well, it looks as though our time together is at an end. I rather enjoyed playing with you.
Damn it!
Junpei could see Ace's finger tighten. He could see it begin to squeeze down on the trigger. His body tensed, preparing for the catastrophic impact of hot lead against human flesh.
Goodbye.
And then it happened.
Kill you!
Snake stood up.
What? No, that's impossible.
For the first time, Ace's composure broke. Ah! Zombie! With obvious effort, Snake lunged forward, 1 step closer to Ace. Then another. He looked, for all the world, like a zombie.
I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
His voice was the mournful wailing of the dead.
Stay away from me! Get back! Stop! If you come any closer, I'll... Get away from me!
Little by little, Ace was retreating. Snake didn't stop. He continued. he continued his stiff, inexorable approach. His eyes twin pools of pure fury.
Listen to me! I said, don't come any closer! Shit! You bastard!
Ace's revolver leapt 5 times. 5 times the air in the incinerator was split by the crack of a bullet. Snake's body twitched as 5 clouds of blood and torn flesh leapt into the air across his body. A fine pink mist drifted from his body and disappeared. Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. And then his strength was gone. His legs crumbled and his broken and battered body slid to the floor.
Incineration will begin in 3 minutes.
Finally, you're...
But Snake wasn't done.
I'll kill you.
Even as the pool of blood beneath him grew, he began to move. He half crawled, half slid toward Ace. One bloody arm wrapped itself around Ace's leg.
You won't get away.
And the other gripped his thigh with strength that should have been long gone.
You son of a bitch! You're a monster!
That line is funnier because Meg and I are watching Sweet Home on Netflix.
Get off me! Let me go, damn you!
So, like, Snake's pure desire has turned him into a monster. That's kind of funny. He kicked at Snake with his free leg, driving his foot into Snake's face, his arm, his shoulder. Also, shouldn't Snake's prosthetic fingers be, like, you know, crushed at this stage? Like, how do they function as, like, regular fingers for this kind of thing? I feel like the image should be the other way around. Like, in terms of, like, Snake should be grabbing Ace's other leg. That way you can hide the left hand, right? Instead of hiding the right one. Made no difference. Snake refused to release him. Once a snake has ensnared its prey, rarely does it release it.
This is it, Ace. We're going to burn to death together.
What?
Incineration will begin in 2 minutes.
I forgot how much I love Snake.
Yeah, damn it! Damn you! Get off! Let me go, you monster! Okay, look. Think about it this way. My company owns a wonderful hospital. It has excellent doctors. You're not wounded too seriously. I'm sure they can fix you up easily. You don't have to die. You could be saved. Just let me go.
Pathetic. Begging for your life.
Then Seven and Lotus began to speak. Junpei could hear tears in their voices, and their words were strained.
Snake, that's enough! You can stop now!
Yes! He's right, Snake! You've done enough!
Come on, Snake, let's go! Let's get out of here!
You have to come with us! We have to leave together!
Snake turned toward them. He coughed and blood splattered across the floor. Then, he smiled a sad sort of smile.
I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't do that. You'd best forget about me. You need to leave soon. I'm going to take him with me.
Shut up! Be quiet!
I couldn't save Clover. My sister died because of me. Perhaps this will begin to atone for that. Perhaps in the afterlife, she can forgive me. Now go. Go now. You have to go.
Incineration will begin in 1 minute.
God damn it! Shit! We're out of time! We gotta go!
Seven ran toward the exit. Lotus followed him. But Junpei couldn't move. There were white lines down Snake's cheeks where his tears had washed the blood away. He was broken, body and soul, and Junpei felt as though half of his own heart had been torn out. His eyes stung, and he tried desperately to swallow, to clear the lump in his throat.
Junpei, what are you doing? You have to get out of here now!
Junpei's chest tightened, all taut by anger, misery, and a cold feeling of emptiness. Pure emotion surged through his heart, alongside the torrent of blood. He could feel it building, a tremendous wave growing taller and taller and taller. And then it broke, crashing down with thunderous force onto his shaken, unprepared mind.
Snake! Snake!
Junpei's rational mind was gone. He was driven by instinct now, and he launched himself across the floor at Snake and Ace. Or he tried to.
Wait! Don't be an idiot, Junpei!
He felt a hand grab him from behind. It was Seven. Before he had time to react, the larger man had pinned Junpei's arms to his side and was hauling him bodily back toward the door.
No! No! I have to help Snake! 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 Get off of me! Let me go!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds. 7, 6.
Damn it, I don't get a choice, kid! Don't blame me for this, alright?
5, 4, 3.
It's not Pi doing the countdown. Or 5 and Jesus, Pi.
1, 0.
Look, guys, look, you can see the
Phase
clock.
2
It's
and 3 are locked
4:30 in the
down.
morning. Wow.
Beginning incineration.
Junpei felt Seven's fist bury itself in his stomach, and then his legs turned to mush. Seven scooped him up in the same motion and leapt through the door. It slammed shut behind them. Junpei struggled to shaky feet. He glanced over to see Lotus only a short distance away. Junpei ran to the door.
He's...
There was a small window cut into it. Inside, he could see Ace and Snake.
Shit! Damn you all! Why? Why?
Because you're a murderous psychopath prick!
Why me?
Did I not just say?
I don't deserve this!
Not pictured, Snake, right? Yeah. Why is... Where did Snake go? Did he just, like... Did he just vanish like in Xenoblade 3 where they just, like, twinkle away when they die? Like, did he get Thanos out of the game? Like, what happened to Snake?
Answer me! Answer me, Zero! Why? Why? Zero! Zero! Zero!
Fuck me, that was intense. He didn't know how much time had passed. He didn't know how long he stood there in front of the incinerator. He looked to the side. Lotus's face was ashen, and if not for the hand she'd put up against the wall, Junpei didn't think she could have stood. Seven looked old and tired and used. His eyes stared at the floor, seeing nothing. Junpei said nothing. He simply began to walk toward the open door and the hallway they'd come down earlier.
Hey, wait! Junpei!
Junpei, where are you going?
He blinked when their voices broke the silence. He stopped.
You stay here. I'll go get Santa and June.
You're gonna bring them here?
How?
Don't worry about that. Just stay here and wait, all right?
He began to walk again. He looked over his shoulder and watched Seven and Lotus grow smaller and smaller. They stared back, not moving. He wasn't sure if they could. It's just a really good narrative, one of the best. This is my favorite game. Ad break. I will answer that in a few minutes. He turned around again. He knew where he was going.
I saw an elevator on the way here. If I can get it to work, then maybe...
Before long, Junpei found himself in front of the elevator. Next to the door was a button with a triangle on it.
Please work.
He pushed it, and the door opened.
Yes.
Junpei was in the large hospital room.
June! Santa!
He kept calling and walked to the center of the room. But try as he might, he couldn't find them.
Damn it. Where did they go?
Increasingly frustrated and increasingly worried, Junpei left the large hospital room. He had no choice. He would have to look for them. Junpei's heart was heavy. couldn't shake the feeling, but it was a part of him that felt it would be wrong to, even if he could. With every step he took, his legs felt more and more like lead. So they've just vanished? Did they get Thanos out of the game when Snake did? Oh. I'm hearing birds tweet outside. Like, it's not quite sunrise, but still hearing birds out the window. Okay. Okay. Welcome back from the ad break if you got caught behind the wall there. Blunder, I paid those birds. Of course you did. But Raspberry, just your comment there. Yeah, this is a really good narrative, one of the best. This is my favorite video game. Like, on any given day, I flip-flop between this game and Bravely Default. Those are like just my favorite game, number one. Nothing, you know. This is my favorite game next to Bravely Default, and those are like two completely different styles of game, but I hold them both in such high regard, for narrative as well as characters. Sometime later, Junpei found himself at the chapel. He stepped inside, expecting to find nothing. But there, on the red carpet, in the center of the room, June. No, code names didn't matter any longer. She was Connie.
Connie!
Junpei cried her name and ran. Like lightning, he ran across the room toward her.
Connie!
He stumbled to a stop. As he looked down at her body, lying so still on the floor, he felt the icy grip of fear upon his heart. She was still. So very still.
No. It can't be. It's impossible.
Slowly, Junpei bent down toward her. His hands shook, and he felt very cold and very hot at the same time. He forced himself to look. Her back was moving. Slowly, it rose and fell. Relief washed over him.
Oh, Connie!
Junpei reached down and gently, very gently, lifted her up. Where did Santa go?
Connie, are you all right?
Junpei?
No. Look at the cute. Look at the cute. Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei, but saw nothing. Trembling, Junpei wrapped his arm around her back. She was cold. Very cold. Junpei tried to convince himself that it was only his imagination, but she felt as though she were fading away. He could feel his heart pounding frantically in his chest.
Oh man, Connie, what the hell happened to you? You feel...
Junpei, I'm sorry.
Her voice was very faint.
I might not make it.
No, no way, no way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you, I promise.
Thank you, Junpei. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Junpei. Really happy.
Like, it's the same dialogue as the submarine ending.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times.
Which, you know, is annoying in one case, but like there's multiple timelines going on, right? So it makes sense because events play out differently in each timeline that you get altered versions of events. So like it makes sense, but it is also just easier on the budget.
You just gotta hang on, all right, Connie?
Junpei, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame. He looked down at Akane. What? There was a crack of static from above his head, and a voice spoke.
0. You son of a bitch! Where are you hiding?
Junpei frantically scanned the ceiling for the source of the voice.
What the hell are you talking about? No, it hasn't. I'm not gonna let it end yet. I'm gonna get out of here with Connie.
You can't. That is impossible.
Why?
Because you chose the wrong path.
What?
The wrong path?
That is correct. Your path is inevitable, however. Admit defeat. Where there is shadow, there is light. Where there is the absence of light, there is no shadow. So it goes.
What are you talking about?
That is not. The loser has been decided.
I told you! I am not gonna lose!
No, you misunderstand. You have lost. I have lost.
What?
What? Junpei didn't have time to ponder what that meant before. He heard the door slam shut behind him. He spun around. There was no one there. Was it 0?
Connie, wait here. I'll be right back, I promise.
She managed a single nod. Junpei laid her back down, gently, and leapt for the door. He yanked it open and shot outside. No one. The hall was empty. There was nothing moving anywhere.
Damn it! Where are you? It doesn't matter. I need to get Kane out first.
He didn't want to leave Connie alone any longer than he had to, so Junpei turned around and headed back to the chapel. The fuck?
Connie!
She wasn't there. I'm sorry, does she not have object permanence? She wasn't anywhere. She's been lying there on the floor just moments before. And now, she was gone.
Oh God. No. No. Where is she? Connie. Connie! Connie! Connie!
His cry split the heavens themselves. He screamed until his voice gave out. And he screamed some more. But there was nothing. Nobody's asking about Santa in all of this. Like, where did he disappear to? No answer. His voice faded away. And all that remained was cold, unfeeling silence. That was when he noticed it.
Huh?
A strange smell. One he'd smelled before.
Wait. This is... white smoke.
Nine seconds later, Junpei's mind winked out. Woo! Okay, we did it! Okay, so that is one more route down. Which means... ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, femmes and thems and everyone, this weekend, we finished the game. Ooh. Oh, I'm excited for that. Oh. So... yeah, that means when we return to this on Saturday, we're in for another long haul, but that is it. Like, we are... morphogenetic field voice, I love that. But yeah, we're... this weekend is going to be the final run. Woo! You know, and it's been really fun revisiting these characters for the 15th anniversary. The end. Or is it? Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9. Oh! Now it is time. Let our game begin. The safe ending is complete. Oh, look at us go! So this weekend we go through we go through door 4. Then door 8. Then door 1. And we press on. We press on. So we are almost there. Holy crap. That's so cool. Hey, Funyarinpa emote. Love it, love it. Funyarinpas and clovers. Nice. Right then. No. We don't need to see the opening prologue preview again. Close. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The end is nigh. So we are going to be back with Fantasian Neo Dimension on Friday. And Saturday will be the finale of 999. Possibly? I think there's 1 or 2 puzzle rooms outside of those doors, right? It won't just go... It won't just go 481 Incinerator. There's like... Isn't there like a library and we still have to find Alice and all of that stuff? Right? So... we'll definitely be finished with the main... We'll definitely be finished with the main, like, timeline that we have in front of us, that flowchart. But this might actually roll into next week as I originally thought, just because there's so much extra game. Like, there's the library, there's the whole thing with Alice, and then, like, the final puzzle and stuff. So, I'm thinking this weekend we can finish it, but I don't know, it might actually roll into next Tuesday. Which will be funny. Which will be funny. But, no, Blunter, thank you for stopping in. Let me see who is available to raid out to, because we got a lovely raid in from Rhaenyra earlier today. Thank you so much. Guys, if you want to see how it all plays out, I do, you know, I'm gonna shill. I'm gonna say follow me for more. Follow me, I'm delicious, and we will get to see the rest of the game play out this weekend. But let's see who is available for an owl raid, and I shall leave ye in their care.